Hi everyone, this is a video about this cup warmer or mug warmer that you connect to USB and is keeping your cup of coffee or tea warm while you are working. And this is all that there is to it. This is the box, and then it doesn't have any particular brand name or anything. It just says warm little white insulation base, and when you open it you have the instruction manual that we are getting into this later. And then this is the item itself. Is very nicely put in here in order to avoid any scratches. And in here, let me just clean this one. There is some sort of marking on this plate that I got rid of it. So this is the item, and these are the control. It has a 1 hour water reminder to drink water every 1 hour, and it has 3 settings of heat, and this is the power button. And at the bottom it has just some sort of ventilation. I don't think it has a fan or something, and it has soft legs here, and here it has some sort of sensor or a switch that when you lift your cup off this switch goes off and stops warming up your coffee, and as soon as you put it back on it turns on. And this is just a disappointment that it runs on a micro USB cable, but it's all good, so I put this aside. Anything else in the box is just a cable, micro USB cable. So I leave the box to the side, and then we are going to see how good this item is and have a look at the, I don't know how should I put this here to see both of them at the same time. We don't have to really, but I put this aside and put this in the center. And this is the instruction manual, which is nothing really, it's just a single sheet, and it says heating element, and here it says USB power connector. Okay, and please use the 5-volt 2 amp USB adapter for optimal heat generation. Okay, and here what does it say here? It says please use a flat bottom cup for optimum insulation, and the cup, okay, it's a little bit sketchy, the English. The heating zone will automatically power off. Stop heating. The maximum surface temperature can reach 110 Celsius. Pay attention to anti-scale scalding. All right, that's fantastic. And here it says touch the bottom. What? Touch the bottom. The setting is successful. The reminder interval is 1 hour, simultaneously sounding a what? DD? Okay, all right. I'm not familiar with these terms. Okay, temperature setting, power switch. Click the power switch continuously to set the heating temperature and issue a D sound, the temperature can be set to. Alright, these three settings, and then tap the power switch to work, and a D tone, click to switch to the off state. Okay, so not very good. And here, please follow the following steps. If the 3-gear temperature indicator flashes at the same time after energizing or switches back and forth, all keys will not respond. Since the coaster has a gravity induction switch, if there is no item above 150 grams on the coaster, the operation button will not be used. Please place a container over 150 grams on the coaster. Oh, this is a little bit too much. Okay. It says, the cup has to be heavy enough to press this one down. It is not taking a lot, really, to push that one down. I'll show you later on. And here it says, warning, should not be immersed only in the water. Please use a standard USB power cable. 5-volt 2-amp USB converter. Okay. During the working period of the product, the temperature in the heating zone rises rapidly, and it is strictly prohibited to touch it by hand. Metal and flammable objects should not be. Alright, these are the normal stuff that you shouldn't get close to the heat. And here, warm little white, 5-volt, 10 watts. Alright, that is the only useful information. So it takes 10 watts. So I put this here as well. So now what it remains is just connect this to the 5-volt 2-amp, and the cable, it seems to be of good thickness. There are no ratings on the cable. So let's power it up and see how it goes. So, and be ready, because could be, oh yes, that DD or D that they talk about is that. So now if you turn it on, is touch sensitive as well. So now if you want to go to settings of the heat, you have to press this, and it's going to make some sort of noise. Let me put a cup in there and see. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, and I have to tell you, it's very loud. So now it's turned on. Let me turn the light off and see if we can see a little bit of glare in there, or reddish stuff, to see the temperature. I get my multimeter to check the heat there. How hot is that? Just a moment, please. Okay, I'm here. Let me just first check if the bottom of this glass is a little bit warm, I have to say. So I just put it back on, and then it turns it on, and I put this one here. Let me just see if I can put it there for you to see. And the temperature, yes, 19, it says 100 and something Celsius, 110 I think it was. So we are giving it a little bit of time to see how it goes. So I was looking for one of these to just keep my tea warm, because I rush to drink my tea so quickly before it gets cold. So I realized that if I have one of these, so I'm not gonna drink my tea as fast as I do. So I purchased one of this, and let me see, because the temperature is going up very slowly and it's not really good. It was saying that, let me just see, put it here, 30, 31, it says 110 Celsius, I'm sure about that. Let me just put it like this, see how it goes. No, doesn't do much. I go to the side, it's a little bit better. 35, let me just see, since we are not seeing any light there, let me just check the temperature here. Yes, it says 110 Celsius. So we are up to 43. I just pause a little bit, wait for a while to see how far it's gonna reach. At the moment it's 111 Fahrenheit and 45 Celsius. I just pause for a while because I don't want to bore you. So I see you shortly. So now it has been nearly more than 5 minutes, and now the temperature is at 86, and I have to say it took nearly 10 minutes to get this to this temperature, but it still is rising, and I changed my gauge as well, this temperature gauge, and I used another one, and the results are the same. Maybe this one is a little bit more sensitive. Maybe it's because it came with this multimeter, and now is 89. So I just stop the video now, and then I come back to you when it gets to the maximum temperature. So now it has been another 5 minutes, and the temperature has reached the 102 Celsius, 216 Fahrenheit. And I suppose if you have this one filled with hot tea and coffee, obviously the temperature reaches there much faster. But unfortunately, this one, the temperature of this, with the element inside, it takes, at the moment, is nearly 15 minutes that the temperature from normal room temperature reached 113 Celsius. So it's not bad, but I can smell a little bit of heat is coming on, a little bit of, obviously it's heating up and it's brand new. So we permit that to happen. So now I just pause it again and see if ever we are gonna reach 110 or not. So now it has been past another 5 minutes, and the temperature is about 110 Celsius. And so now in total we have 20 minutes of waiting for this one to reach 110 Celsius without any hot water or hot beverage in there. And now my multimeter just gone off because exceeded the standby time. And now let's see. So now it's good, because one of the reasons that I have made this video is because I couldn't find any videos about this one, and I didn't know about this beeping noise that it calls it DD or D. and is very loud, but it's okay. It can, you know, wake you up every 1 hour if you are asleep to drink water. And by the way to do that is just pushing this. I think let me just see. Okay, you have to touch the glass here, not this one. Okay, and that is the timer that is coming on, and now we are at 111 Celsius and 232 Fahrenheit. Anyway, this video is getting too long, and the only way, the thing that remains is just touching the bottom of this. Yes, it's hot. It is hot, yes. And you see the temperature here. And as you see, it's on a standby right now because we picked it up and now we put it back on, and it's going back on the settings that we had set. Anyway, this video is getting too long. I hope you enjoyed this video, and the price of this unit, it differs. Some people, they are selling it for £12, some people they are selling it for £15, and if you can manage to buy it from China or AliExpress, is significantly lower than this, something like, you know, £6, £7, but you have to wait 3 weeks up to a month for delivery. But here I purchased this from UK, and I'm afraid it doesn't have any brand name for me to just recommend it to you, but it's recommendable apart from the noise that is making. And if I just take this off and put it somewhere safe, and I don't touch that, and yes, the bottom of it is a bit hot. Let me see if I can see the temperature here. I guess is a lot hotter than the bottom of the glass that I touched, but definitely it needs a ventilation at the bottom. Is you cannot keep your finger there, so it's just touching like that. So now the only thing that it remains is just ending up this video. Anyway, it's just reached the temperature that it had stated on the paper there, and it was saying 110 Celsius, and so it's getting hot, and underneath here is getting hot as well. So if you can put this on a piece of glass or something of that sense, you can avoid any sort of accidents or overheating of this plastic pad. But for the time being, we had 25 minutes of operation and it didn't scald the table, but is recommendable anyway. If you can get past that, you know, annoying beeping sound. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until my next video, take care of yourself and each other, and as always, have a great time.